best in the game.
Oh, damn, he's not online. The top two golfers in the fucking world, in reality.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We are along the Paracel Islands in the South China Sea. Frank, on a mission here today, what can you tell us about this course?
Well, one thing, Rich, we don't want to fatigue out there, so I've got my battle gear on. Interesting layout ahead. Plenty of water, the island's there to be negotiated, navigated, and you never know what just might pop up during the course of the game.
And partner, let me just, before we get started, salute you.
I salute you too, Rich. You ready?
Ready, aim, fire. Frank, no leisurely stroll from the clubhouse to the first tee. Like most golf courses, here we go from an aircraft carrier on the first tee.
Yeah, it's a scary little sight trying to take off there on that opening tee shot. Green situated on a little island, 186 yards though. That's what we've been radioed in, the yardage today.
So off the tee here at the par 3, not his best stuff, but still a chance to make the 3.
Yeah, that was a poor miss off the tee. See if he can redeem himself.
God damn it.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. This is Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We will be calling all the action for today's event.
Rich, I'm armed and ready. Are you?
I am. Battle gear on. Let's get it going. All right, Frank, we are all set to tee off here at the first. The opening hole, it's a drive off an old aircraft carrier to an island. Tell us a little bit about this opener.
We're going to need full flaps to get this ball up quickly, Rich. Green on the right side of the island, so a little bit of trim to the right. Just miss those palm trees, and you might just find the target.
Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Frank, he might like this one. He might like... Oh, he's gonna love it.
More than a bonus on the scorecard, that.
Settles in over the putt. -1 in the early going. Frank, as we look at the second, your average hole with, say, a few bunkers, maybe even a pond, that would be a walk in the park compared to what I'm seeing right here.
Yeah, early surveillance said that guard shack just to the right of the green is actually not empty, so be a little aware of that when you cross the bridge. Green just 167 yards away, though, from the tee.
Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Moving a little bit to the right. This for Jordan Spieth's birdie. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. In for par. He has this attempt for par. Good stroke right there. That's a par and stays at 1 under.
Whoops. Alert, alert, alert.
Frank, I've heard of a strong wind coming from out of the south-southeast, but this is something I've never seen.
Nearly destroyed this par 3. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Oh. Go ahead, Jordan. You got another one to get. Or Rory, where the hell I'm golfing. I think it's Rory McIlroy. Excellent play.
And getting ready for the putt.
Welcome to Fantasy Disco, fool. It's your par, so I can get my birdie and we can go to 4. Oh.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just like that, now at 2 under. Nudge this one home, finish it up. And so just getting started, even par so far. Frank, here at the 4th, there's an awful lot going on.
There certainly is. Solar panels, radar tower is up and ready to go, so it will confirm the landing on the other side. If it's successful, this rather long par 3 around the 230-yard mark, so this is going to be all carry. Got to land that ball on the green. It will not run through that beach area. And of course the trees and the palm trees all the way around. If this isn't flighted properly, it will not find the destination.
Seems like too much for just one man. This looks like a job for an entire flight crew, Frank.
Well, Rich, we should dig ourselves a trench and see what happens.
Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close.
First rough.
Spieth trying to light the fuse. This one's for birdie. Well, this one's tracking.
Oh, this is a huge putt. It's in.
Just 5 feet left. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong. Now, blind tee shot, got to go over those 2 rocks in front of you. Just keep it right of those palms in the distance.
Yeah, I can't do it.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live 3rd round coverage of the International Challenge. Well, this one's sweet, Frank. Super. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people.
Great start.
And ready to tee off here at the par 4, 391-yard second.
Yeah, it's not overly long. The biggest priority for the players is just avoiding the bunkers. All 11 of them, whether it be with your tee shot or the second hole. But at that modest length, it is very much a birdie hole.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie birdie to open. Frank, looking at the third, what are the sort of decisions that you have to make?
There's two bunkers down the left. They're not really the issue. They're the burn. That's about 285 yards. This is not a hole, really. You just take the driver out and swing away. Just something that stays up short of that's just going to leave you a short iron in.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
Rich Lerner back with you at Royal Troon. Frank, first par 5 of the round. What's ahead?
Our best opportunity for a birdie here is to take it over the bunker on the right. If you do that, you're going to get a little added roll. You go in here even with perhaps a mid-iron or a long iron.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully. This one starting down the right does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green. Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. Fairly long, 25-foot putt here. Could it be? What a tremendous display of golf this has been.
Certainly throwing an eagle against the field, too. We've seen it all. Birdies, eagles, just blitzing the field from start to finish.
On to the 5th hole now, Frank, and this is really where the old course starts to test the golfers. It's just over 200 yards. You happy with a par 3 here?
You are. This is one of the toughest shots, certainly on the outward 9. Now, there's 4 bunkers at this par 3. You don't really worry about the one that's short left, but the one just on the front right of the green is the biggest concern. You've either got to go around it or carry it.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Just want to nestle this one down within a couple of feet. Too much. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Settles in over the putt.
Oh, how did that miss?
You kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
What a good hole. They call it the slopes. And the rough off the right-hand side of the green, really some of the most punishing on the entire course.
And the one thing you don't want to do is actually leave it up there on that high side, because it means that you'll be chipping downhill.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Opportunity missed right there. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, we're moving inland now, and what are we facing here at this par 4 7th hole?
Just a dog leg to the right, ideally just a little cut off the tee. I'm loving that balance.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds. Coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards to 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players.
Should be safely on deck.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching 2 tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Back to the action here as we get ready to tee off at the par 3 8th.
Yeah, 5 bunkers surround this green that's perched up. The 2 really to avoid, they're on the right side. They're incredibly deep pot bunkers.
Stuffed that one in there just inside of 5 feet. Well done. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Ready to go here at the 9th at Royal Troon Golf Club. 423 yards. What are you looking to do with this one, Frank?
Well, it's another one that's a dogleg left. It's called the Monk, actually, because it faces the village of Monktown. 1 bunker on the left, 285 yards to carry that. But it's not that you're trying to carry it. It's you're trying to cut the ball off that.
That sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 9th. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Safely aboard. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. Beautifully done. That's a birdie. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, there was another playoff at Royal Troon 2004 in another case where a Hall of Fame player was beaten.
That's right. That was Ernie Els versus Todd Hamilton. Todd Hamilton had won Honda earlier in the year. He'd left the Japanese tour, and he'd gone to the Open Championship actually full of confidence. But unbeknown to Ernie Els, he was going to be beaten by the use of the utility club. Remember Todd Hamilton, time and time again, when he would miss the green, would chip with the utility club and beat Ernie Els in that 4-hole play.
And now we see so many players using that shot from just off the green. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. This would give him the par. Seems to really have the touch today. Frank, this 11th hole can be a real bear. Even the Golden Bear knows that.
Yeah, just to remind him, in his rookie year in 1962, he made a whopping 11. Now, I can't remember the last time I heard Jack Nicklaus made double figures on one hole.
Yeah, so maybe a bogey 5 or even a double bogey 6. Not so bad. That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Back on track.
Good putt. Back here on the bonny shores of Scotland at Royal Troon Golf Club with just a wee breeze, as they say over here, Frank. On the tee at the 12th.
Yeah, hole that bends to the right, gorse right and left. There's a bit of a mound and rough down the right side. That has to be avoided.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. That is classy.
Well, a chance of going in.
Getting set now over the putt. Drops it in for birdie. Frank, on paper, 13 seems pretty straightforward, but it's not that simple, is it?
No, very stringent tee shot. Gorse right and left, plus a little sort of mound with some rough on down the right side. So really, you've got to hit the ball down, not just the fairway, but the left side of the fairway.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
This from 105 yards with a little wind at his back. Had a birdie here yesterday in their close. Great opportunity for another one. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, what kind of par 3 is the 14th here?
You can get sucked in here, just 180 yards, which isn't considered that long. But if you look too much at the front of the green, you're going to see that's where the protection is.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
Second shot.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par. Comfortably knocks it in.
Frank, now at the 15th, and how hard is this par 4?
The key really is to get the ball on the fairway here. Avoid those 3 bunkers, because this is one of the flattest greens on the golf course. Get the ball on the green here. Any putt's makeable. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Superb shot.
That's as good as it's going to get. There's no worries about making that one.
Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business. In for birdie.
Let's go, boys. Let's run.
The back nine here at Royal Troon has only one par 5, and here it is, Frank.
At 542 yards, you'd think it's reachable, but that burn cuts in at 280 yards, so it means you have to lay back. But I remember back in 1997, playing alongside Tiger Woods, and he still managed to get it on the green from behind the burn. It was some shot.
You knew at that point he was something special.
He certainly was. He then knocked it in from 40 feet for an eagle 3.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. This has really been a good bounce back round. Slow at the start, and now they're picking up some speed. Just a case of the hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Continues to roll the ball very well. Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back nine at Royal Troon.
You'd think at 542 yards it would be reachable, but the burn that cuts across really limits the tee shot to about 280 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot in a good distance for your third.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He hit a driver for his second shot into a head breeze from about 270 yards. Managed to get it on the green, then knocked it in from about 45 feet for eagle.
You knew he was something special back then, didn't you?
Yeah, he was the only one that even tried that shot.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, you've played in and contended at so many major championships. It's not a major if the finishing hole doesn't present a real challenge. What do you think of Royal Troon's finishing hole?
Well, it's not just the 18th hole, Rich, too. It's 16, 17, and 18, because the prevailing breeze, especially at the Open Championship time of the year, which is the second week in July, is normally back into it. So you look at that 464 yards, that's well bunkered off the tee, 3 on the left, 1 on the right, into a puffer breeze, and you've got yourself a great finishing hole.
Frank, this is a hole, number 18, where you don't want to be in a hurry to get to the clubhouse.
Yeah, there's out of bounds just off the back of this green, so you might want to keep that in the back of your mind. Don't go long.
Yeah, OB is just steps from the clubhouse. Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Shouldn't be a problem here. just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And that wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the International Challenge. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Always a treat to be in Scotland, Frank, and at one of the oldest golf clubs in the world, Royal Troon.
Yeah, it's getting close to 150 years old. It was first established all the way back in 1878. Actually, the original golf course only had 5 holes on it. But over the Open Championship roster, this has probably been the most successful, or provided the most success to American players. The last 6 Open Championship winners were all American.
Has one of the most famous holes in all of major championship golf, the 123-yard par 3 8th. It's known as the postage stamp, and one of the legends had a really nice moment there many years ago.
The late Gene Sarazen, the Squire, he had a little ace there, all televised too, and it was a great way to remember his phenomenal career.
That's in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday and a chance for another one today. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this. Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Frank, they call this second hole Black Rock. They also call it the most heavily bunkered hole on the entire course. What do you have to do to stay away from them?
Well, it plays in the same direction as the first hole, so the prevailing breeze normally off the right. Some bunkers in play either side. Really just let the ball go to ground, let it run out. There's 11 bunkers in total in the second hole. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
That finds the bottom of the cup. We'll call that a birdie. Back to the tee box here on hole number 3, and there are a few club selection decisions that come into play on this first shot, Frank.
There is. The reason why, there's a burn that cuts through from the 16th hole all the way across the golf course through the middle of the 3rd. And that stops, or should I say starts, at about 285 yards. That really has to be at the forefront of your mind. Well, par 4s, they're not all the same, Rich, but after that tee shot, I guess you can say this one's going to be easy.
That was a beauty right there. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right
me and
place
Jordan
there,
are together.
Good thing, too.
McElroy and
He's actually
Henley.
putting well.
Come on, Jordan.
Hole number 4, Frank. Can you cut the corner on the tee shot on this dog leg right par 5?
Well, Rich, you have to guarantee you can carry the
young
ball at
nigga,
least
let's
280
push it
yards. That bunker that protects that side is the big problem if you go down the right.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
No, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Well, that one is deep. Every bit of that ball. Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up. And there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
No snap, though.
No doubt about that one. That was struck with confidence. At the par 3 fifth, ready to get this hole started.
Prevailing breeze once again should be coming from the water, which is on the right. That makes that tee shot a little bit more difficult because it pushes the ball to those 3 bunkers on the left side.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
And getting ready for the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now to the 601-yard behemoth par 5 6th hole. You can pay the steep price here, Frank, for a mistake.
You can. You can't reach this green with your tee shot, so there's no reason to even try. A good drive, if it bounds down the right side and will eventually go left, would perhaps give you a chance to reach this par 5 and 2. But this is one tee shot to concentrate on.
Caught that one flush, Frank. That was beautiful.
What was the movie again? Dead, solid, perfect.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. He's hit it very close, and he will have that, Frank, for an eagle.
Amazing how quickly the round changes. He'll quickly pick up 2 shots on the field.
Yeah, an eagle. What a putt. Moving inland now, Frank, the par 4 7th hole. Do you even think about carrying those bunkers on the right?
Not really, Rich. You're trying to work that ball off the left side, because if you get caught up on the hills there on the right, then all of a sudden you can start making 5s, 6s, and all sorts of weird and wonderful numbers.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Well, that's just a tee to green clinic, a seminar on how to do it the right way. Every single green in regulation. Just a tap in to finish the hole. He's made it. Frank, the eighth hole is one of the most famous in the world, the little postage stamp par 3.
Yeah, the front part of the screen's the widest, Rich. Then it starts to narrow up, so you never know. Maybe going a little lower if you're going to go towards the back of the green. But really, if you're going to err, you want to err on that first third, first half of the screen.
And you don't want to come in too hot and roll it off the back.
Too much.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Hi, Mommy.
Just needs to keep it steady here over
baby.
the putt.
Really solid stroke.
Frank, how does the front nine finish up with this par 4?
Well, the par 4 ninth is called the Monk. It's not overly long, 423 yards, dogleg to the right. Just one bunker down the left to be avoided.
He'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
Oh!
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie.
It's that sneaky distance.
Just has the feel today. Getting set for the back nine here at Royal Troon. Frank, break down the 10th.
Little dogleg to the left, blind tee shot. Fairway starts to run out about 290 yards, so you've got to be cognizant of that. What a great shot.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
You like this one, Frank?
Oh, it's a good one. Safely on.
And he makes it for par. Frank, here at the 11th hole, what's the best line to take?
Got to take it over the middle of that gorse on the left side. So it doesn't look too inviting, but that's where the fairway is.
Good tee shot, right in the fairway, and plenty long.
Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point.
Oh, this is right at it.
Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, I thought he made that. You have to make those from that distance. That hurts. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, how do you size up the 12th hole here at Royal Troon?
Well, first look at 430 yards, you'd think it'd be a rather easy par 4. But that's not really the issue. The issue is course right and left.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. That is superbly executed inside of 5 feet. Just a sensational approach shot. We'd love to get this one. Big putt for birdie.
A good solid stroke there, no sign of nerves on that.
And now the tee shot here at the 472-yard par 4 13.
A hole that bends to the right, ideally hit it down the left side, and then you're playing to a raised two-tiered green.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Really some strong winds out there today, and we can already see the effects on some of these shots. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
Wow.
Frank beginning to head towards home. This is the 13th of par 4.
Another dogleg right. Problem isn't really the tee shot here, even though there's undulations and mounds all over the fairway. Second shot's played uphill to an elevated green.
Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has the shot to sink this one for birdie.
Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Now at the 15th at Royal Troon Golf Club, 483-yard par 4. This, Frank, is one of the hardest holes in the course.
It's certainly a stout par 4 at that distance. If you're playing it into a head breeze, then 260 yards is certainly going to be a big tee shot. The 260 yards takes all the bunkers out of play.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Nice position, short grass, second shot. That will be a great look at birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. The back nine here at Royal Troon has only one par 5. Here it is, Frank.
At 542 yards, you'd think it's reachable, but that burn cuts in at 280 yards, so it means you have to lay back. But I remember back in 1997, playing alongside Tiger Woods, and he still managed to get it onto the green from behind the burn. It was some shot.
You knew at that point he was something special.
He certainly was. He then knocked it in from 40 feet for an eagle 3.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Just a case of the hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Settles in over the putt. Oh, he's done it. That's an eagle right there. Tremendous effort. Frank, now to the hole they called Rabbit. 222-yard par 3.
I don't know why it's called Rabbit, because this is certainly some tough par 3. Green sits up a little bit. There's a big roll-off on the left side, well bunkered. This takes a brilliant long iron shot just to keep it on the green.
That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. These putts keep the round together. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Finally, the 18th at Royal Troon. History, skill, nerve, bunkers, of course, and the clubhouse. Frank, they all come into play on this final hole.
Yeah, 3 bunkers down the left. It's not a case of hitting past those, it's avoiding them. And then if you avoid it too far to the right, there's one nicely placed about 300 yards off the tee that'll catch you there. So there's somehow you've got to craft a tee shot to miss all 4 of those bunkers.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot to win the International Challenge. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Just a great putt and a great win. EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present opening round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it stays in the air forever.
Yeah, the hang time on that.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. So 2 under early on. Here at the par 4, 445-yard second hole. Severe dogleg to the left.
Tee shot, Rich, is so intimidating, so you don't necessarily have to hit driver. Club decision is probably going to be important here, because if you hit driver, you've got to take it down over that left side, all over the canyon area. So if you hit 3-wood, you can play a slightly more conservative tee shot, but it is going to leave you a longer second shot to a green that's well protected on the right side by bunkers. But really, you know, if the wind's not blowing, this is a really good fun hole to play. Look at the vistas.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. And getting ready for the putt.
Very aggressive mode with that birdie now in second place.
Now on to the first of the short holes here at Wolf Creek. Uphill shot, Frank?
Yes, it's going to play a little longer because of that. Then it's 227 yards off the back tee. Hard to imagine you have a par 3 in amongst this desert, and really that's all it is. Tee and green. There's not much in between. Well protected, as you can see, by those bunkers, and this green a little smaller than what you'd like for a hole that's around that 230-yard mark.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie,
oh,
but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Just misses. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. One under early in the round. And now let's go down to the action at the 4th. Early in the round and playing reasonably well. Nothing great, but has certainly not given a whole lot away.
Yeah, and actually a good Good position to really springboard the round from here.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Good, clean contact, a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up.
It's no snack, though.
Oh, man. You can't miss him from that distance. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. That's costly right there.
Painful.
This for him would be 1 drop shot.
Oh.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Boston Championship. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Sneaking into
There we go,
contention
boys.
here.
Jason, you may have to
Top 15
lead
now on the leaderboard.
I'm about to
Here at the
fucking
par
come
5
up and
second
take
hole,
that
just
shit.
over 540 yards, Frank.
Yeah, keep it to the left of those bunkers. You can play it as a 3-shotter if you're not too ambitious. But, well, why not sort of dangle a little hook out there and have a go at it for 2?
Oh, I can bend bullets. Stay in the fairway. There you go.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. and it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Oh, I thought he had that.
We're good.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Frank, you've talked about this sort of New England feel they gave this golf course when they remodeled it. This is a pretty good example here at the third hole.
Yeah, that stone wall behind just sort of makes the golf course look like it's been there forever. They have tweaked the green a little bit on that left side, created a little bit of a ridge. You can sort of play the ball off that if you know where you're going.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
And yet another birdie, this time inching into the top 5.
And we pick up action at the 4th. Frank, I've been impressed with the play to this point early in the round.
Yeah, it's solid without being spectacular, and that's actually a huge compliment. What a great shot.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That is superbly executed inside of 5 feet. Just a sensational approach shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. And with that birdie, moves into second place. Frank, the opening at TPC Boston, you could describe it as fun, gettable. It starts to change in character here at the 5th, doesn't it?
Yeah, beautiful par 4. You've got to be cognizant of exactly how far you can fly the ball, though, because there's 3 distinct sections of this green.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson. They all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
Birdie try up next. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just a couple of feet. No damage done. Made the par. This is one of the most challenging holes on the golf course, Frank. 465-yard par 4 6th.
Yeah, just hit your tee shot in between those 2 trees. You don't have to be too aggressive. You really do have to hit this ball in the fairway because that green is tucked very close to the water.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Second shot, good look at the green. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
First cut. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Frank, chip shot here from just on the fringe. You like to hit this the way you would a putt?
Yeah, I normally take a club that's going to land just on the flat surface of the green, then run from there. Often people take too much loft.
Showing no signs of weakness. That's a good putt right there. Stays at 4 under. Frank, you just love the variety of holes here at TPC Boston. Now we get to the 7th. It's a 600-yard par 5.
It looks straight away, but the problem is if you don't hit a good tee shot, then you really have to be aware of that cross bunker. That is one place you don't want to go with your second shot.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Another green in regulation. He has this putt for eagle. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, looking at the 8th, par 3 of 213 yards, obviously short, is trouble.
Yeah, that's where it's narrow. Ideally, you want to fly that ball more, sort of at least 10 or 12 yards onto this green, where it starts to widen up.
Just a pure strike. Perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Hole number 9, Frank, 472 yards. Good par 4.
Yeah, if you blink, it'll catch you.
Hey, no. Your claws don't go in everything. Please. You have scratch and shit for that. Use it.
I'm loving that balance.
No.
That was just a beautiful drive. And hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, here at the 9th, what are most players trying to do?
Well, you really have to be aware of that bunker. That's about 25 yards short of the green. If you finish up there, that's one of the hardest shots in golf, the long bunker shot. So you've got to carry that, even if you want to run the ball onto this green. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. Now to 7 under par. Frank, like all TPC golf courses, TPC Boston has the fan in mind. So you see those mounds throughout the golf course that gives people a chance to just sit, relax, and watch some golf. And there's a nice shady spot on the hill behind the 11.
Yeah, that's just before the 12th tee, and you really do get a look at the tee shots coming in 11, as well as the little undulations and contours on that massive green.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now at the 461-yard par 4 12th, how do you play it, Frank?
Well, hit 2 of your best here. Somehow find the fairway, and then you take anything on the green here. You see a lot of 6s here over the years. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
345. 250.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Good looking shot right here. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
So just a formality here. Continues.
Tried to eagle that motherfucker. No.
Another birdie, and what a day it's been. Ball's teed up at the par 4 13th.
And you want to keep that ball in the air as much as you can. Carry that air on the left side. That's a big tee shot, somewhere in that sort of 300-yard mark. Whoa, talk about taking the head cover off and let it fly. That's beyond long.
Goodness, did he get all of that one? Wow. Just a beautiful approach shot. 11 feet away. Now to double figures under par. That's a good place to be. 10 under. Frank, the 14th, a shortish 495-yard hole.
Only because it's downhill. If you can get that ball running down the fairway, then it certainly sets up a good second shot into this stout par 4.
Good contact, good result.
335.
Frank, what has stood out for you watching this player into these wins?
A lot of smart decisions. Not trying to fight the win, using it, and really just a lot of good strikes, one after the other.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good.
It's like cyber vision. Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now through the tournament. Now at the par 4 15th, what do you think of this hole, Frank?
I love the strategy involved here. It's not just necessarily a driver off the tee. Smart play often comes on top here because it's a second shot hole.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Good strike, good line, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. These putts keep the round together. Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under. Moving on to 16 now. This is one where you sort of lick your chops, Frank, because it's pretty short, 161 yards. Where's the challenge here?
Where the fish go. That big lake on the left, that's the challenge.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
I'll roll it off right to the French.
So off the tee here at the par 3, not his best stuff, but still a chance to make the 3.
Yeah, that was a poor miss off the tee. See if he can redeem himself.
Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close. In? Just a great shot.
Frank, the
Never doubt
17th
me.
here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into 2 sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Birdie try up next. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Frank, the par 5 18th here at TPC Boston, this is a chance to be a hero.
Oh, there is. The mere mortals play it down the left side. Everything slopes from left to right. But that bunker, with a puff of breeze behind, if you can carry that, you are one of the longest hitters around.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Just a couple of feet. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Eagle on the card.
17 under after 18 holes.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round 1.
Good place to be. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Boston Championship.
That's an absolute beauty.
9 mile an hour wind, never mind.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
He's safely on deck.
In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that.
There we go. That's how you start the day.
Here's the par 5.
Best part of waking up.
540 yards, Frank.
Yeah, keep it to the left of those bunkers. You can play it as a three-shotter if you're not too ambitious. But, well, why not sort of dangle the little hook out there and have a go at it for two?
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Couldn't have done much better than that. Eagle is very possible. Frank, how rare would this be if this putt drops?
Well, this is I'd like to say once in a lifetime, but on the odd occasion we do see back-to-back eagles, but it certainly is something to watch.
Now to the third hole. It's a par 3. What are we looking at, Frank?
Well, really, just keep your eyes away from that bunker on the right. That sort of snags many a golf ball. This is straight at it.
That's a really good line. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong. Fine.
Frank putting it all together today. What a nice performance.
It's been like a clinic so far.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Down, little Sheba. Down! Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Now a 7-footer. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Frank, now a beefed up par 4. This is the 5th, 466 yards long.
Prettiest hole on the golf course. Nice, gentle dogleg left. There's a bunker down the left side about 300 yards, and then there's a run out at 350.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there, and right down Peachtree. Little uphill to this green, Frank. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie. Settles in over the putt. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. This is one of the most challenging holes on the golf course, Frank. 465-yard par 4 6th.
Yeah, just hit your tee shot in between those two trees. You don't have to be too aggressive. You really do have to hit this ball on the fairway because that green is tucked very close to the water.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. And from the fairway for his second shot here. And this is looking really good. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Oh, there we go, baby.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. We're at the 7th hole now, a Boston strong 600-yard par 5.
But it's reachable. There's enough mounding there. If a tee shot catches one of those mounds, it could kick another 20 or 30 yards and certainly make this reachable.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Continuing to play well, a birdie. Frank looking at the 8th, par 3 of 213 yards, obviously short, is trouble.
Yeah, that's where it's narrow. Ideally, you want to fly that ball more, sort of at least 10 or 12 yards onto this green, where it starts to widen up.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Birdie try again here today. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going. Keeps the momentum on his side.
Real golfers, by the way, do not eat tuna sandwiches at the turn. They eat a hot dog, right?
Well, yeah, but if you make a mess of 9, then you're making hamburgers.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Clean this up with a tap. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
And that's how you play the game, right there. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Well, Frank, this is a tasty par 3. 231 yards. The 11th is all you want.
Yeah, there's a mound in the middle of this green. You can use that, so you can either pitch the ball into that, let it roll back towards the flag, or even if the flag's on the back, you make 3 here, just walk straight away to the 12th.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. And getting ready for the putt. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Good roll. Solid. That's a par. 12th hole now, looking at 461 yards on this par 4.
It doesn't look like there's much trouble off the tee, and that's because the trouble's with the second shot. That has it to the right of this green.
Good contact, good result. Frank, this really is kind of a good lesson. You and I had said earlier that it looked gloomy, but you dig in, you keep fighting, and something good happens.
You have to credit his composure.
Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, par 4 13. Just swing away with that big stick with the driver?
Big advantage if you've got another 10 or 15 yards left in the bag here. If you can carry that left side, you can certainly shorten this hole up.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
There's 5 feet left. Good putt. Back here at the par 4 14th, ready to tee off. This is a big dog leg to the left. 495-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, don't try and hug that left side too much. There's a bunch of little mounds, and the chances of getting a good lie there, next to none. Ah, nice.
Looks good. He has given this one full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Locked in on the read and the speed.
Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank. He has this putt for birdie. And that's a birdie. Frank, after a couple of par fours where you just sort of let it go with the driver, different strategy here at the 15th?
Yeah, you don't want to get carried away here. This is one where just a nice smooth swing, get that ball on the fairway. And that second shot, you've got to carry that false front.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living. If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green. And it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course. Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot. A good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
Just 2 holes left to play here at TPC Boston. Frank, we're on to the 17th, and what can you tell me about this 412-yard par 4?
It looks like a dogleg left, but you don't play it that way. Hit it straight down towards that bunker on the right side. Then the second shot's downhill.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Players aren't just grabbing any old golf club these days, Frank. It's about spin rate and launch angle and all of those sorts of concepts.
Yeah, and the grooves. All those things help the player. Even the loft on wedges now. Loft is increased. We now see 64, 65 degree sand irons, so they get the ball up quicker and it stops quicker.
That is classy.
Yeah, chance of going in.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. On to the 18th and a big par 5 to finish out the round.
Yeah, fun way. Let's see, course record 61. What can you do here?
Stay up. Stay up.
Oh, my goodness. He pumped it, he thumped it, he jumped it. What a drive. To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank. This is a good-looking shot. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
How did that not go in?
Oh, man.
He just pushed it.
Oh, that hurts. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. He's made it. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.